Bobbi Althoff went from being one of the most talked about podcasters on the internet to the center of a scandal so big, so messy, so personal, that even the people who didn't know her name suddenly knew every detail of her life. And now, she's finally talking. Let's go back to the beginning, because if you don't know the full story, you're missing everything. Bobbi Althoff wasn't supposed to be famous. She was a stay-at-home mom, posting TikToks just trying to make people laugh. Her whole thing was this dry, almost awkward humor, the kind where you're not sure if she's joking or if she genuinely doesn't care. And somehow, that energy was magnetic. People couldn't look away. She built a massive following, launched a podcast called The Really Good Podcast, and before anyone could blink, she was sitting across from Drake. Yes, that Drake. In what became one of the most viral podcast moments of the year. That interview changed everything. The way they interacted. The energy in that room. The internet noticed. People started asking questions. Rumors started swirling. And then, Drake deleted the episode from his Instagram. No explanation. No statement. Just gone. And the internet went absolutely insane. Now here's where the story gets really interesting, because around the same time all of this was happening online, something was happening behind closed doors that nobody knew about yet. Bobbi's marriage was falling apart. She and her husband Corey had been together for years. They had 2 daughters together. To the outside world, they looked like the picture-perfect young family. But behind the content, behind the podcast, behind the perfectly curated posts, something had broken. In early 2024, news dropped that Bobbi had filed for divorce. And the timing? Right in the middle of all the Drake rumors. Right when her name was everywhere. Right when everyone was already watching. The internet connected the dots immediately. But Bobbi stayed quiet. For a long time, she didn't say much. She kept posting, kept working, kept showing up, even when you could see it in her eyes that something was different. The sparkle was a little dimmer. The energy was a little heavier. She was carrying something. And people respected that silence. But they never stopped wondering. Fast forward to now. Because this is the part you came here for. Bobbi has opened up. And what she's said has sent shockwaves through the internet all over again. She's confirmed that her marriage ended. That it's real. That it's done. And the details she shared paint a picture of a woman who feels like she lost everything at the exact same moment she was supposed to be winning. Think about that for a second. She worked so hard to build something. A platform. A brand. A name. And at the peak of all of it, the podcast is popping, the interviews are viral, the world is watching. Her personal life was quietly crumbling beneath her feet. That's not a highlight reel. That's a tragedy. And the Drake connection? The affair rumors that the internet ran wild with? Here's what makes this so complicated. Bobbi has never straight up confirmed a romantic relationship with Drake. But she's also never been able to fully kill the story either. Because the timing is too suspicious. The deleted post is too suspicious. The divorce filing hitting right in the middle of all of it is too suspicious. When there's smoke that thick, people are going to look for the fire. What we do know is this. Whatever happened between Bobbi and Drake, whether it was an affair, an emotional connection, a friendship that crossed a line, or simply the perception of something that destroyed trust, it was enough. It was enough to unravel a marriage. It was enough to change the entire trajectory of her life. She lost her partnership. She lost her family unit. She lost the version of herself that she'd spent years building. And she had to grieve all of that in public. With millions of people watching. With strangers on the internet debating whether she deserved it. Can you imagine? Here's what I keep coming back to though. Bobbi didn't disappear. She didn't run. She stayed. She kept showing up even when it was hard. Even when the comments were cruel. Even when the narrative was out of her control. There's something quietly powerful about that, even if you disagree with the choices that led her there. Fame has a way of making everything feel bigger. The wins are louder. But the losses? The losses echo in ways that normal people never have to experience. Your heartbreak becomes content. Your divorce becomes a headline. Your worst moments get turned into YouTube thumbnails, like this one. And yet people keep chasing it. Because the alternative feels invisible. Bobbi Althoff chased the spotlight and caught it. But nobody warned her about what the spotlight also catches. Every crack, every flaw, every private moment that was never supposed to leave the room.